during these very difficult and uncertain financial times. At least my Twitter feed looks like this. Yoink! Oh, yes, of course, the markets aren't doing too good, and a lot of people are predicting more pain and suffering during the bear market that clearly is not going away, and according to a lot of people, is just getting started. But is this all a 5D chess move by Donald Trump in order to lower interest rates to pay off a huge debt as he is battling with the U.S. Federal Reserve fractional reserve banking system? Maybe. We'll talk about that in this particular video, as, again, I don't know about you, but my whole feed is just people crying left and right. President Donald Trump announces 25% tariff on steel and aluminum tomorrow. And then people are reporting back, is Ethereum made of aluminum? Ethereum is, of course, a cryptocurrency that a lot of people are invested in, that Donald Trump's son told everyone that he was very bullish on social media, and the numbers and the markets and everything else kind of is dropping significantly, along with the stock market that is more tied in with the crypto and Bitcoin industry than a lot of people realize. You see a dip in the stock market, you're seeing a dip in the crypto market. It's not a good correlation. It's a correlation that I was trying to scream against for a very long time, but the correlation is here, as of course we have mainline investment, and now Donald Trump, with even him launching his own meme coin and getting rid of some government regulations, is of course going to be allowing a whole bunch of old money into this new technological advancement that the Europeans are definitely afraid of. Good. They're afraid of a lot of things. They have a lot of soy boy betas out there that don't know how to stand up for themselves, so fear is very prevalent with them, as many people now are blaming everything on Donald Trump as they're making meme videos like this.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
And in hindsight, it definitely doesn't seem like winning when we have individuals like Jim Cramer that just came out today and announced that the market sell-off shouldn't scare investors. Holy cow, if there ever was a bigger, more glaring indicator of troubles ahead, it is this. It is Jim Cramer saying, don't worry, guys. Totally going to be fine. Everything's going to be hunky-dory. Everything's going to be good. As we know, a lot of people are saying that is not going to be happening here, as even the BlackRock CEO, Larry Fink, is coming out and is saying that the United States will see more inflation over the next 6 to 9 months. And this is the guy that, by the way, is brokering deals with the Trump administration, buying off the Panama Canal. This is the guy getting the secret Federal Reserve bailouts and all of the secret shenanigans that happen behind the scenes with him and all these other banksters. Yeah, even they're calling it, as a lot of people are saying, it is the instability of the market that is driving this crash right now. As the first thing that many people talk about is this fear of tariffs. But as some people point out, the fear of tariffs has been around for quite a long time, ever since mid-2024. There was talks about tariffs in December, and we didn't really see this kind of correlation here, as a lot of people are saying that there has been a change in the market from extreme greed to extreme fear. I think that's very definitely prevalent in the crypto Bitcoin market, as Donald Trump, just in a few hours from now, is set to meet with the top CEOs and Wall Street executives in order to address a lot of this market uncertainty that is growing. Now, what will be kind of addressed here? What are they going to be talking about? As, of course, a lot of people are specifically blaming tariffs on all of this and are saying that we are potentially facing a recession. Now, Donald Trump loves to talk about the stock market. He's not really talking about it right now, as some people have some larger kind of conspiracies to why that's really happening here. But it is significant that $1.75 trillion has been wiped off from the market, as recession odds have hit 39%, according to Bloomberg, which, of course, isn't too good for the foreseeable future, as there are some people saying, you know what? I think Trump could be doing this intentionally to crash the economy. Yes, you heard that correctly. Trump crashing the economy, as other people are saying, yeah, the stock market has crashed. The economy's fine, but the stock market, this gambling casino that has been rigged against the average person, yeah, that thing's not doing too well. Now, what's this larger conspiracy that Trump is involved in? Before telling you about that, I want to tell you about a great, sure investment you should be making in us. And that, of course, is on lukeunfiltered.com. If you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? We got 13 plus years of incredible videos. And if you've listened to my videos, by the way, there's so many people. I know the market's down right now. So many people so happy that we brought them Bitcoin when it was just a few dollars. We were like, hey, what is this technology here? Let's talk about it. Let's get Max Kaiser on. Let's actually deep dive. Let's actually delve into this. And so many people, very lucky, that they listened to us when it comes to, of course, being on the front lines of this larger kind of economic news. We were there, Occupy Wall Street 2008. We were there even before that. And we were talking about, oh, look at all these libertarians. Look at all these kind of anarchist people using this kind of math algorithm in order to transact with each other. Hey, guys, invest what you're willing to lose here, but invest in it. People who did are incredibly rich right now. If you're one of those people, sign up for our A-list newsroom. That is absolutely worth it, as, of course, you guys get the ability to be a part of these shows. If you guys have a question you want to ask me, I will answer it on our Telegram channel. If you want your question asked to everyone that is watching these videos, send out a video of you asking the question. I will play it here on this particular broadcast, and I will answer your question live. Not really live, but I will do it live on air through, of course, lukeunfiltered.com. We're also doing a range day this Sunday, March 16th. To be a part of that, you just got to be a member. So sign up right now. It's more imperative than ever, and it's a very smart, wise investment that you should be making for yourself, as we obviously curate content and make content towards making you the best, strongest, most resilient version of yourself. Now, there's a theory going on Twitter that Trump is orchestrating, organizing, conspiring this larger kind of economic crash for a very specific reason. As we have Ash Crypto on social media say that the United States has $7 trillion of U.S. debt that they need to pay off within the next 6 months. And according to Donald Trump's playbook, and again, this is just from people online, he is trying to crash stocks, pump up the bond market, and force rate cuts. Now, Trump has been trying to get rate cuts from the Federal Reserve for a very long time. The Federal Reserve is not a friend to Donald Trump. It's not a friend to the American people, and they're not listening to him. But by crashing the economy, the most reasonable thing to do would be, of course, to lower those interest rates, which would allow the United States to refinance the larger interest on this $7 trillion of debt that they have to pay back at a larger advantage towards the United States government. And also, lower interest rates are better for the economy. I like lower interest rates, but sometimes they got to go up, sometimes they got to go down. But we're living in it's such a rigged system. We're living in a system where there's secret Federal Reserve bailouts with billions of dollars just funneling away. No oversight, no accountability, no transparency. I'm just waiting for the day that Ron Paul is able to go there and actually audit the U.S. Federal Reserve System. I'm waiting for that day. I'm waiting for Fort Knox as well. But the theory goes on that Trump wants to refinance these $7 trillion debt that he owes at a current 10-year yield. So this is why he wants the stock market to crash in order to pump the bond prices. As the bond prices will go up, yields will calm down as the U.S. government will be able to refinance their debt at a cheap rate. Not only that, lower bonds yields will also push the Feds to do rate cuts, which is bullish for risk on assets. Don't panic over the short term and look at the longer picture. Bull market is not over. Mega pump still coming. Now, that is very kind of convenient explanation here, but is this really going to be what is going to be happening here? Because I think this is also kind of a dangerous gambit to be playing around here, because we're also dealing with a system that could be uprooted and changed very dramatically, very fast, especially with some people that would want to take advantage of this particular situation and continue to, of course, try to destroy the U.S. dollar. Some people are saying this is the way to preserve the U.S. dollar. Some people are saying this is the way to preserve U.S. hegemony, to preserve the petrodollars. Donald Trump also has been fighting for cheaper energy resources. Cheaper energy resources allow, of course, more trade to happen. So is all these larger talks about tariffs and trade wars just kind of larger conspiring by Donald Trump? Yeah, in one way or another. Specifically when it comes to Trump trying to get his way here. And we keep hearing about him. Oh, yeah, we're going to do these tariffs. No, we're not. But we're still going to do it on this one. But we're not going to do it on this thing. And then we're going to do a little bit here. Yeah, Mexico, concede. Oh, they conceded? Okay, cool. Let's wait a little bit. Yeah, we're going to get you again. That's literally the trade policy that's happening right now. That, according to a lot of people explaining the current situation, is the thing that's bringing a lot of this kind of unpredictability here. Now, this larger plan that's being kind of delved out by a lot of people in the kind of crypto Bitcoin space is interesting. Do I think I know exactly what's going on here? I don't. I don't think anyone really does. When we're going to see this play out in a few months, we'll be able to say, oh, yeah, Trump was right. Trump wasn't right. This is a very kind of convenient narrative for Donald Trump, and it could be right. But again, the Federal Reserve is holding rates steady. They did see inflation as elevated, but the Federal Reserve chairman, again, he's not a big Donald Trumper here. And seeing these types of conversation unfold here, it looks like the internet, specifically our audience, is also divided on this specific question. And as I asked everyone, is Donald Trump deliberately crushing the economy because the U.S. government has to refinance $7 trillion of debt in the next 6 months? We had a couple thousand people answer this, and it seems like it's a very close 50-50 split here, as the majority is 50.8% saying no. Other people are saying the economy is fine, the stock market is the problem. Other people are saying unless interest rates come down, it won't make a difference. Another person said, well, the results so far, wasn't expecting this. Another person says the stock market was expected to go down around this point, going back at least this time last year. And some people are saying sometimes you have to induce coma. Is this the larger induction of coma? Well, according to U.S. Senator Rand Paul, no. Rand Paul wants less talks of tariffs. Lots of people are saying tariffs are just taxes, which they are, as Donald Trump has also pulled out this larger notion that there is going to be an elimination of the IRS and the income tax in exchange for the ERS. Now, is that larger talk a part of this larger conspiracy of what's going on here? Well, it is costing Donald Trump some larger political brownie points, as we have seen his approval rating, according to one specific poll here, and according to the Daily Mail, go down from 54% a week earlier to now 49%, as a lot of people, overwhelmingly amongst 18 to 19 voters, aren't happy about the economic prospects of what is happening with the current U.S. economy. And they actually brought up two specific kind of larger talking points about Donald Trump's biggest achievements in his first 50 days. And a lot of people are saying his policies on the border, on immigration. And then people were asked what they think is his biggest screw up for the first 50 days. And a lot of people are saying tariffs. Now, again, polls are highly manipulated here. You always got to be careful with these specific polls. I don't like to believe any of them, to be quite honest with you. But it wouldn't surprise me if some people feeling some economic pain, as of course the Democrats have weaponized this, even though they have created most amount of devastation. Trump's 2016 presidency, his first term, he wasn't that much of a fiscal conservative either. Now, he was dealing with an extraordinary situation, but in my opinion, sending out $2,000 checks wasn't that... wasn't that good? Bernie Sanders was like, yeah, oh yeah, give me that money. But of course, they wasted away and couldn't even distribute out correctly. Again, he's not a fiscal conservative, but does he have a master plan right now to fix the economy? That's what a lot of people are saying. What do you think? Let's continue this poll down in the comment section below, because it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, as the European Union really doesn't like Trump's going all in on crypto and Bitcoin as they see it as a storm brewing that's coming from Washington, D.C. that could undermine their euro and the financial stability of Europe, along with their monetary control. As the Europeans are also talking about fast-tracking and implementing a central bank digital currency, which is just an evil way of saying a fully track, trace, and data-based surveillance state that will, of course, create a social credit score like they have in China. Again, Europe becoming extremely totalitarian, extremely draconian, extremely heavy-handed. And right now, they are really pissed off at cryptocurrencies, at Bitcoin, at alternative currencies, because they believe that it is going to, of course, screw over their plans for a digital euro. And if that's the case, hell yeah, let's go. I'm all in. As a lot of people are now becoming a little bit bullish on the industry, not on the coins themselves, but the industry itself is opening up. It's definitely becoming more developed. It's definitely becoming more of a safe space to be in comparatively to the last few years, where the Biden administration just waged an all-out war against people in this private sector that tried to innovate, that tried to bring new technology, that tried to bring solutions to the United States. As, of course, that was a big no-no. Now, right now, there are a lot of behind-the-scenes attacks against Donald Trump, probably a lot of attacks against the U.S. economy, the U.S. petrodollar, and I do believe we are at a very kind of uncertain time here. In a few months from now, I think we are going to be finally seeing whether this theory is true or not. But for right now, this is just too far away to call, personally, myself, as there's a lot of motivational videos right now talking about pain's good, pain's awesome. Sometimes you got to put patience in a coma, you know? Is that the right scenario here? Well, markets have to ebb and flow. And if you're Donald Trump, you are trying to make sure that when you're leaving office in a way to give the Republicans an advantage, to give your legacy an advantage. And he might be just kind of cleaning house. He might just be doing this on purpose in order to have a bigger kind of significant gain for the midterms, or more specifically, for the end of his term. What do you think is really going on here? I think it's anyone's guess. I think it's pretty clear. More financial pain coming our way for the next 6 to 9 months. That's pretty clear. What do you think is going to be happening here? What's the larger conspiracy? Let me know down in the comment section below. I love you guys. Show up to Range Day. It's going to be really fun here in Southern Florida, March 16th. One of many perks by becoming a member of LukeUnfiltered.com. If we told you about crypto when it was still a few dollars, a few $100s, a few $1,000, subscribe right now. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on youtube.com/wearechange.